So hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Super Toys India, and today we are going to unbox this Baki Hanma from StormArena. This action figure is the very recent one, and I haven't collected any kind of action figure that is anime fighting action figure before. I have just collected video game action figures that are the video game action figures, and rest McFarlane DC and Marvel Legends, etc. As you guys know, check out the other videos. So this is Son of Ogre Baki Hanma action figure. Before going further, please like, subscribe, and do comment which figures you want to see. Let's take a look at the box. So having the first impression of the box, you guys can see this is StormArena Baki Hanma. StormArena badging is written on here. This is the windowed box, and this is the action figure photography right here. And Son of Ogre Baki written here. Whether this is in Chinese or Japanese, I don't know. So on the rear, you guys can see this is the action figure photography. A lot of photographs of the action figure, the poses, Storm collectibles, the site and other details are given. This is not a promotional video. Whether you guys like it or not, it's your choice. But I will just review this action figure. On this side, you have Baki Hanma action figure photo. On this side you get the same photo here. So now we will be opening the box. Inside the box we get this packet, that is this simplistic stand and the clamshell with this action figure inside and other accessories. So at first look at this figure, you guys can see this figure appears to be very smaller in size compared to other figures. I just zoomed out this image and you guys can guess the size, and here I'm zooming it again. So comparatively this figure is much smaller than most of the other figures that you guys have seen from SHF. As compared to the height of normal character you guys see, it would have been a much bigger in size, but I don't know why this figure seems to be a little bit small, while as the feet of this figure are quite big. I will definitely show them. There is a lot of detail added to the legs as well as the overall body of this figure. You guys can see the number of scars and the color, they are totally matching. The shoulder pad designs as well as the bicep cuts as well as the elbows, they are totally awesome. You guys can see the designs of this figure. Back of this figure is totally amazing. You can see the kind of a demon back that has been gone on here, but it is just the beginning of the demon back, not a complete demon back. Looking at the trunks of this figure, that is bright red in color with the elastics and the wrist tapes. They also look quite detailed, and the elastic has been definitely made with the help of these wrinkles you guys can see here. There are a lot of wrinkles on this that is adding a lot of detail to it. So I should say overall this is a lot of detailed figure and a nice figure as compared to others. The hair texture and the face, they are quite matching. It looks like it has come right out of the anime. So as far as the hair is considered, I think it's quite decent and it has totally matched the vibe of this character. Now coming on to articulation of this figure, you guys can see the stretching of the legs, the leg joints, they are very nice. The girdles, they are quite stretchable and they have a lot of motion to it. You guys can see here I have made a straight leg pose here. The feet appear to be quite larger in size and the color of the feet is quite different than the color of the body. Here I have tried to make another pose out of this figure, and this is a different pose with a different head. As far as I could say that replacing the accessories such as head and joints, that is quite smooth, not like the SHF, that is kind of worst experience for you guys. So the removing of joints and adding of new accessories, that could be quite a nice job to do. Here is another pose, that is a crying pose that I have tried to make out of this figure. The hands are quite rubbery and they are not hard plastic just like the SHF, so this is a really decent quality of this figure. Here I have tried to make another pose out of it, and this figure is looking mesmerizing in this. Totally awesome looking action figure, but the only thing is that the size is so small. Not that much of small, but kind of small. Let's do a quick articulation check of this figure. So this is the rotation of the head. This is the tilt motion of the head as well as the neck. This much up and this much down. There's a quite bit of a rotation in this neck and head. And coming on to the shoulders, you guys can see this is the shoulder, this is the bicep cut, this is the double jointed elbow and the wrists. So same goes with this one, the bicep cut, and this is the wrist movement. I could show you guys here. So on the rear you guys can see the diaphragm joint. This is the upper diaphragm joint, and now then this there is a lot of ab crunch in this figure, that is totally nice. And simply on the rear it goes up to this is totally amazing. And coming onto the legs, there is upward and downward thigh movement on both of these thighs. Girdle is quite rotatable, double jointed knees as well as the ankle pivot and the toe joint movement from this side as well as on this side. So This was all the articulation in this figure. Well, it has a lot of articulating joints and a lot of movement in this figure, and you can make a lot of poses out of it. So now here it is side by side with the McfarlaneToys Owlman. Just for the side comparison, you guys can see the size difference in these two figures. The height is quite a bit small. The CT Toys Blue Wolverine, you guys can see the height difference. So finally, this is the Saga art from Jadatoys, and with comparison to this figure, it is quite tall. I compared these because they are both fighting action figures. They both are the fighting characters, I should say, and you guys can see the height difference in these. Action figure, which is an anime action figure. So if you guys are into smaller figures, I mean to say smaller in size figures, so then this is a must buy because it has got a lot of articulation in this. But there is a just minute, I shouldn't say minute, there is a little bit of a thing that could be disturbing is the color of the feet and color of the hands. Well, that's not quite visible. Upon noticing, you guys can see it, but overall the detail, the looks, the articulation, that is totally amazing, superbly amazing. It is a best of the best articulable action figures comparatively to other figures in this price. So if you guys are into this, you guys can buy it. This is not a promotional video. Well, subscribe to the channel, like the video, watch my previous Batman Arkham Knight action figure video. I'm consistently making videos, trying to make videos now. So like the video, subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video. Till then, ta-da.